Hey everyone, and welcome. If you are new, my name is Melissa, and I just appreciate you taking the time to join me today in your spare time. Please forgive my voice. I apparently came down with laryngitis over the night, but I wanted to make sure and get these videos out to you so that I would be able to follow through on what I had promised. In keeping with our theme of planning this week, I wanted to show you a planner that was sent to me by Clever Fox. They reached out to me, asked if they could send me a couple to do a video on, and I wanted to do kind of a plan with me, but then I thought I might be missing what people are looking for in that video, and so I thought maybe just a walkthrough of both of them would actually be a little bit more beneficial to you guys. So if you can just be patient with my voice as I walk you guys through these two planners. One is a day at a glance and one is a week at a glance. I will also have a coupon code for you down below if you are interested in purchasing. So I just want to say thank you to Clever Fox for sponsoring this video and for reaching out to me to be able to show you guys another option for a planner. The new year is upon us, and that's when everybody, for the most part, unless you do the academic calendar, is looking for something new to purchase to help them stay organized in the new year. So when you open up this box, which is super cute, I like how sleek it is and just how simple it is with just the fox on the front. There's not a lot of, stuff. It's just to the point. This is what it is, and this is their brand. Inside you'll find some really pretty stickers just to kind of help you, track your days or your weeks. And so those are really handy. They are actually little circle stickers, if you can see that there, which is really nice. And then right here you have a how to use this planner, and it just kind of shows you different ideas for, using it for gratitude, your daily rituals. Down here, creating a vision board for your life. Also, if you wanted to track your goals throughout the year and break them down this way, then that's a great way to do that as well. So just some really cool ideas of how you can set up your planner to work, to work for you. And then back here, it kind of shows the monthly layout over here and then the weekly layout. And then behind that is the planner. I love how just kind of small this is right here. It has a lot packed into it. It's not bulky. This is not heavy at all. I will say this is a lot lighter than my simplified planner. And I love that it is leather on the outside. It's just nice and sleek. And again, on the front, it just has the Clever Fox sign, if you can see that there. Opening it up, you just have a really nice blank space right here that you could, do your vision board or goals or whatever it is that you would want to do in that space, if anything. Then over here you have a My Gratitude and Self-Awareness area. You have a Daily Rituals, My Affirmations, and what I am passionate about. Like what brings you joy. So I love that. And then here is another space for a specific vision board. You could do one big vision board. You could do two different ones, like maybe home and work, or if you're a teacher, home and school, or just whatever it is that you want to do a vision board on. It gives you a lot of space. And then over here you have different spaces for goals. You've got health, business, family and friends, significant other, and romance. finance, personal development, fun and recreation, and spiritual. And these are just your top goals for the year. And then I love this section right here. This is on my focus. The 5 goals that you want to focus on this year. Now, I've said before in my Q&A video, I don't do New Year's resolutions. I do a word or a phrase for the year, and then I apply that into my life as much as I can. And I kind of focus my life on that phrase or word throughout the year. So when I started this channel, my word was intentional. And so I was just more intentional about the things that I put into my mind, the things that I put into my body, the friends that I allowed in my life, the time that I spent with my kids, with my spouse, just making sure that all of that was intentional. And so this is a perfect place to, maybe write your word up here and then just put 5 different things that you want to focus solely around that word or phrase. Then over here you have a mind map. And I will be honest with you, friends, I have no idea what this is. If anybody knows, please list it down in the comments. I would love to know what this is for. And then over here we get into our monthly spread. And what I thought was really cool about the monthly spread is that you can write up here. So everything is undated. And you can write in, whatever month you start in, and then the days of the week according to number. And then over here, I thought it was really cool because you have kind of this section on the side for things that you want to do during this month. So over here, this is your plan, habits that you want to adopt, skills that you want to learn, things to avoid, places that you want to go, and people that you would like to see or hang out with or fellowship with. And then down here, this month's goals. So here are things that you want to try to accomplish. And then I thought this was really cool too, this month's wins. And I feel like, especially as women, it's so hard for us to give ourselves praise because, at least for me, it's never enough. And so just writing down these things every month and being able to look and say to yourself, yes, you know what, I did this and it was amazing. And then over here, just little things that you want to improve next month. So I thought that was super awesome. So all of this right here is just the month at a glance. And then from there we get into the week at a glance. And so right here you have your week at a glance, and it is non-dated. And so you can write down the dates here beside the day of the week. And then you just write down what you have going on that specific day. So basically what this is just like the little sticky note that I have in my calendar, in my planner, where I can just kind of look at it all here and I don't have to flip back and forth all the time. And then over here is just kind of what you want to accomplish this week. So right here you have this week's main goal, and then over here, if you're someone who does well with rewards, then you can write down here what your reward would be. Like, if you're on a diet or trying to focus on health, like maybe, one sweet thing at the end of every week, or, one coffee from Starbucks if you're doing a budget this year, just different things like that. But I know for me, I'm a very visual person. And so if I can see this, I tend to stay a little bit more motivated than otherwise. This week's priorities, what are the top things that you absolutely have to accomplish? And then notes in here. I like the lines because then you can just draw through the lines and everything is kind of neat and tidy and not just all over the place, which is also why I like the lines right here. And then personal to-do list. What are things that you yourself absolutely have to do or want to do? And then a place to track your habits over here. Like if you're trying to drink water or take vitamins, what days did you accomplish that? And again, they have a week part where you write down the things that you accomplished that week that you can celebrate, and then what would you like to improve to do better next week. So that is that goes all the way through. And then back here you just have a very large section. So all of this right here is just note-taking. And quite honestly, friends, when I look at this, I love this, because as I'm thinking in my head, basically this could replace this. And now I have literally everything in one space, and I'm not having to have two separate books, because the reason that I do not carry around my other planner is because it's just too heavy. Whereas if I had this, honestly, this book right here is not a whole lot bigger than what this is. And yet I can have absolutely everything that I need in here, because I don't keep anything else in my planner. I just keep everything else in here. But I love that I could have this all in one space. The other really cool thing is these right here. So if you want to, you know, move your brain dump over into this area, you can have, you know, a section of what you want to accomplish, say back here in your brain dump. And then do the same thing that I do with my today and this week with these two ribbons. So here is this week, and then up here would be this month. And so looking down here, I know, okay, this is this month, this is this week, and this is what I'm focusing on in my brain dump this week or this month. So friends, I love this. I was a little skeptical when reached out to, just because I had just gotten into the simplified planner and I really, really liked it, and kind of didn't want to be persuaded into something else because I had just gotten into it. But I really like this for the whole reason of being able to simplify space. So I really, really like that, friends. So let me show you really quick. They also sent me a daily one. And let me show you what that could look like. And honestly, for me, I could use this for videoing or, you know, whatever I wanted to use it for. Now, I will say that the daily one is thicker. Let me show you them side by side. So here is the weekly, and here is the daily. Now, obviously, with your daily, you are going to have, you know, you're going to need more space because you're going to be able to write more down, which is just like what I have in my simplified planner. I have the daily. But again, I will say this is not heavy. This is still very light, much lighter than my planner, and I like it. So let's open this up. Still, you have the blank sheets here. It goes through the same thing here with your, you know, your gratitude, your daily rituals. Again, with the vision board. So this is all the same. Again, I really want to know what this is for. Maybe this is just a brain dump. You can just draw lines, and maybe this is kind of a brain dump. So here you have your months, just like you do in the other book. So all of this is the same. And then here is your daily. And what this is you write the week of, and then the same thing here. You have this week's main goal, priorities, your work to-do list. You know, you're in an office or at home. Regardless, friends, work is work. your personal to-do list, and then if you're tracking water or vitamins. And then down here you have a life balance to-do list. So health and sports, family and friends, romance and relationships, fun and recreation, personal development, and spiritual. So that's just a tiny bit different than the other one. And then over here you have kind of a blank spot. So if you're someone who likes to write motivational quotes or things like that, if you are somebody that likes to put the weather for that day, if you have kids that you're trying to dress for school and need to know how to dress them, this could kind of be an area for that. So maybe you could put that here and then motivational quote here, or just things that you want to remember. So like maybe this is your top 3 right here. And then right here you have a schedule. So it starts at 6 o'clock a.m. and goes to 9 o'clock p.m. So I like that. It starts nice and early. And then here's just another to-do list outside of personal and work. So maybe this would be like on a Monday, you write down the things that you want to accomplish that week. And then as you accomplish them, then you just move what is not yet accomplished over to the next day. And then rate your productivity. How productive were you today? How much time did you spend doing the things that you needed to get done? And then if you want to write down how I will improve, and then I guess you could just write something down there if you wanted to. And so that is what your daily looks like. And then right here you have a weekly review. So you're just kind of grading yourself on how you did the previous week. So were your goals achieved? Did you reward yourself? This week's wins. What tasks were not completed this week and why? What habits did I not pursue this week and why? What have I learned this week? How do I feel about my progress this week, and how will I improve next week? Again, if you are somebody that is very visual like myself, this is great because in my opinion, this is something that will hold me accountable. If I actually have to write down why I didn't accomplish something, then I can kind of help guide myself a little bit better next time because I'm going to have to write it down. I don't want to have to write down that I spent too much time on YouTube. Not that that's a bad thing, but if I have really important things to do in my life, then I should probably do those and then come back to YouTube. If I have to write that stuff down, I'm going to be a lot more conscious of what I'm doing. I really think, friends, that I might switch over to this planner. I really like the simplicity of it. I like the idea that I can have everything in one book. I like that it's leather and protected. I like that it has this band on it so that everything just kind of stays in here. Plus, if I want to put, papers in there, like for instance, this right now is just loose leaf in my current planner. And so if I want to put that in there and just cover it like this, now it's secure and I know it's not going to fall out when the top flips open or, whatever the case. Like I said, I just want to thank Clever Fox for reaching out to me. Again, I am so sorry for my voice, friends. Oh, what a pain. But I wanted to get the content out to you, and I wanted to follow through with what I also promised Clever Fox I would do. And so sometimes life just doesn't work out how we had planned. And that's okay, because we're human and tomorrow is a new day. Hopefully tomorrow is a new voice. I hope that you guys were able to get some inspiration from this. If you are looking for a new planner for the new year, I would highly suggest looking into Clever Fox. I will link everything down below that you need. I have 2 different coupons for you. I have a 15% off your next purchase on their website. Plus, I also have a 10% off coupon if you purchase any of their items off of Amazon. So super awesome that they have those 2 different options and that they realize, how many of us use Amazon in our daily life. And so I love that as well. If you are not yet subscribed to this channel, I would love it if you would do so and click on that bell to get notifications each time I post a new video. Also, if you are not following me on Instagram, jump over there. The handle is down below, and that is where I post every single day. We are doing Elf on the Shelf this month, and so if you want to follow along with those shenanigans, you can find those over there. Friends, until next time, I just encourage you to create a life that you absolutely love living and will not need a vacation from. I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.